It's crazy that I feel like a game has so much at stake this early in the season. But we watched a lot of crazy things with the Milwaukee Bucks this past 6 months. We saw them give me my biggest gambling loss of my life. I chased it, so it wasn't much improved. We saw them sit out a playoff game and start one of the biggest protests in American sports history. How big of a year is 2020 that's like just another bullet point? And then we saw them restructure their franchise on the fly, potentially a year too late, to keep Giannis. And then ultimately, Giannis stays. And I worry about Milwaukee this year. They're integrating so many new pieces. They still cannot generate looks. They brought in another defensive guy in Drew Holiday. Bogdanovich was going to be perfect for them. He's a creator. He dropped an awesome F-bomb in the Pistons game yesterday after traveling on a three-point attempt. So God bless him for that. But they're playing the Heat tonight. The Heat sent him home early last postseason. It was an embarrassment. It was a sign that maybe all is not right in Milwaukee. Maybe they're not forward thinking and optimizing their talent like other places, but they're playing Milwaukee tonight. It's in Milwaukee. They're 5.5-point favorites, and they're coming off a blowout loss to the Knicks. I don't love this. This scares me. I could well be wrong because we're betting against a pack of ravenous, tired, depleted, subjected to an unfair calendar that doesn't really take into account the limits of human physiology, but it's still a Miami Heat team that is a pack of pit bulls, but we're backing the Bucks against them tonight. And it's 5.5 points. It's bigger than I'd like, but if the Bucks, when the Bucks win games, they don't win close games. The Bucks will beat you by 10, they'll beat you by 20, but they have a hard time beating you by 5 because when it gets close, Giannis isn't an ideal shot creator yet. Maybe they'd be better off running through Middleton at the end of the games. Maybe they have a lot of uncertainty in their rotations, but off a Knicks loss against the team that embarrassed you in front of the basketball world, this has to be a statement for the Milwaukee Bucks. If you want Giannis to be there, if you want him to reach his potential a little sooner than expected, because I don't think this is the year for Milwaukee, but I'd like Milwaukee to be the second best team in the East rather than the fifth. And I'm going to need to see a little bit from Giannis tonight. And I hope I do. I don't think the Heat are long-term contenders this year. I think they're forcing Dragic back early. I think they're older than you think. And I think if we're going to take Milwaukee seriously, they've got to win this one. So tonight I'm on the Bucks.